Absolutely. Catnip is also awesome for stomach discomfort. It's fantastic. Upset stomach, vomiting, diarrhea. Excellent for all of that. Colic in babies. That was the first herbal remedy I was ever given when I was a baby, was catnip, because I was colicky. I had a milk allergy that nobody knew about back in the 70s, and therefore my grandmother, who is still alive, said, give her catnip. And my mother thought she was crazy, but she went and did it anyway, and it worked. So it's a wonderful, that's an awesome herb, and they do grow that here as well. Grow as much of that as you can. Our next one, I'm not promoting any specific products here. Apple cider vinegar. What you want to do is you want to see the mother at the bottom. You want the gunk. This is the minerals. That's what you want. This is all the healthy stuff. Now, there's a really unique electrolyte mix that you can make with this for drinking, and it's fabulous. And I will never pronounce the name right, but Swetzel, something like that, where you basically do a teaspoon of vinegar, a tablespoon of honey, and then fill the rest with water, shake well, drink like a tea. You can also add different teas to it as well in place of the water flavor, like lemon balm, or if you're looking for more medicinal, basil. If you're looking thyme, you can do things like that, and it replaces the electrolytes and minerals in the body. It rehydrates. It's a fabulous tonic. You would, like, if you had a glass this size, you would add a teaspoon of the vinegar, a tablespoon of the honey. I like a tablespoon because I want it sweet. You can make it as sweet as you want, and the rest would be water, and then give it a good shake. That's a really good tea. But what we're going to do is just make a nice standard. You've seen this, like I said, in Italian deli, sitting on the counter. You've seen the infused rosemary in the oil, and then you have the rosemary in the vinegar, and, you know, it's a really great thing to have. I'm missing one of my paper bags. I guess we will use, this is a mint. I pulled this one flopped very quickly. I pulled this one out of the garden this morning. This is just a standard mint. And I'm going to add a little bit of mint and a dash of lemon balm to a vinegar. I would let the vinegar infusion, again, sit for about 3 weeks to a month. Start using it in your salad dressings, use it in your drinks, whatever you use your vinegar for, even hair rinses. Rosemary is a wonderful hair rinse, and vinegar is a wonderful conditioner. So it's an awesome, awesome mix to put together and use in your shower. So, and it doesn't matter if you have hair color or not, vinegar works great. What you're going to do, you're going to take these two. I use apple cider vinegar, yeah. I find rather than the processed, as less processed as possible. That's kind of what I go for. You can't always find perfection. It's the world we live in. But as unprocessed as possible would be key. We're going to bruise, rip it up, beat it up. You want the juices to be out. And then you're going to take your apple cider vinegar again. Cover the plant matter. I'm sorry. Yeah, you don't need the honey if you're doing it for your hair. That'll be sticky.
I thought maybe honey was good.
Well, I suppose, honey is, it's a toner. It's a natural toner. It has the proper enzymes. Honey's excellent as a toner for the skin, actually, for the face. Yeah, exactly. Luckily, it's water soluble, so if you really want to go that far. I've actually used honey in some of my skin salves, very, very small amounts, however. So again, the same process. You're going to get the air bubbles out. You're going to push it below the line. You're going to cap it, and there you go. Label it. Leave it for a couple of weeks. Strain out your plant matter at the end. Put it in a fresh, clean jar, and you've got a nice scented vinegar. You have a medicinal tincture, and you also have a beautiful medicinal oil. Are you guys ready for the next step? Or shall I taste them? Do you get to taste them? I said, no drinking here. I can't do the drinking part.
When would you
Maybe if it were noon.
When would you use a tincture? I can't say that word.
The tincture.
When would you use that versus the oil versus infusion?
Tinctures you can use for different things. Like this, the leaf I have here, I'll just use this as an example. This is plantain. This is, you pull it out of everybody's yard. This is a big one, yes. I have a big plant that I've let live in my garden for years because it's awesome, and I infuse it. I infuse this in oil to put in salves, but I also, for tinctures, a lot of times tinctures are internal. However, plantain would be one that you would use external. You can even use the chamomile externally. Bug bites, rashes, burns, different things like that. You can, take a drop or two on the skin or on the bug bite or the bee sting, and it will help to soothe. You can do a tincture with lavender, and it would be a wonderful thing for burns. But once again, you do have the alcohol base, so dilute it. If you're going to take internally when you're very ill, you're going to take a couple of drops a couple times a day. I think what I had for you, you were doing 2-3 drops twice a day, and then the following week we backed it off to 1 drop for every day for a week, weekends taking a break. So they can be internal or external. You can wash wounds with them. They're wonderful for cleaning wounds. You can also use them for, as muscle rubs, and things like that. I prefer the oil myself, the infused oils or poultices for sores, sore muscles, and aching joints, because you can massage it in. With the alcohol, it's drying to the skin. So, use your common sense for that one and what you choose. If you do have a wound, though, I would suggest the tincture would be a great wash to use for a wound, scrapes and cuts. I'm going to talk about, let me use half of this. I will talk about a poultice. A lot of people will take poultice, plant matter, and put it into a food processor. You can use a mortar and pestle. You can also do this. I know you can chew it. Chewing is the old-fashioned way. The saliva actually breaks down the leaf. And then you would take this poultice, put it onto the area that is affected, say from a bug bite, and wrap it. And let sit. This is great for wounds as well. It's very, very healing. So this would be a poultice. It would be pounded, pulverized plant matter placed directly on the area. If you have a fracture, it's a wonderful thing for rosemary to use when there are fractures that cannot be casted, like a broken bone or rib. It's a wonderful thing to make a poultice on that affected area. And it does help actually heal sprains and different things. We'll cover properties last. I know I covered most in the last class, but I'm going to go over the properties of each of these herbs today. So now we've covered poultices, then we're going to cover compress and washes. I'm going to do both. Now we're going to pretend that I have a hot cup of steaming tea here, but I'm just going to kind of add a little bit of water as it is boiling and bubbling and all of that. This would be my lavender flowers, as I'm using just as an example. So you'd be